today I'm going to give you some information about the town of Clarkdale. Now I'm talking about Clarkdale. That's part of the Verde Valley in the area nestled between Cottonwood and Jerome, actually part of Verde Valley. It's one of the 5 main Verde Valley towns, which would be Cottonwood, Camp Verde, Cornville, Clarkdale, and Rimrock. So the way you could find Clarkdale is if you're headed from Phoenix, say, and you're headed north on Interstate 17, you would get off at the 260, State Route 260, and head west. And as you approach Cottonwood, you would at some point veer off to the left, and about 5 miles past Cottonwood is Clarkdale. Now, not as far as Jerome, but yet just past Clarkdale. So it's in a nice geographic area. Clarkdale was founded in 1912. They called it a company town because it was founded by the Verde Copper Company. No, the United Verde Copper Company. Because it was a town where the employees of this smelting plant that they put up in Clarkdale would be living. So Jerome is where all the copper was mined, and then Clarkdale is where they kind of did the smelting process, and Clarkdale was founded so that the miners had a place to live. Population, even today, is about 4,500, so it's a very small town, but it is one of the safest towns in the state of Arizona. And if you wanted to see my video about the top safest towns, I'll put a card up, but it's on my list. Clarkdale is one of them. It's about a 10 square miles of geography, and a very nice temperate climate, altitude about 3,500 feet. So the median age, though, is a little bit older in Clarkdale. It's about 60 years old. Now, that might make you think, oh, wow, it's only old people that's living there, but that's not true because there are a lot of newer subdivisions. Clarkdale is one of the areas where they are building new homes, and you'll see some of these newer subdivisions have younger people living there, but there are also little pockets and subdivisions of, like on the Greens, I believe is one of them, where you have 55 plus communities. So that will bring your median age up a little bit. So let me tell you a couple of things about Clarkdale that you might find interesting. One is I love the old downtown district. It reminds me, I grew up in Gilbert, Arizona, so it reminds me what Gilbert looked like, downtown Gilbert back in the late 1970s and early 1980s. Now Gilbert is a huge metropolis of 250,000 people, but when I grew up in Gilbert, there were less than 8,000. So Verde Valley, Clarkdale in particular, has about 4,500 population. So it does have that small town feel, and you should drive up to the downtown area because it's very quaint and I think you would like it. Other things to do, there are the Verde Valley Railroad, and I believe that takes you up towards the Grand Canyon. If you've never done that ride, it's a beautiful trip. There's Tuzagut National Monument you can get to at Clarkdale. There's the Arizona Copper Art Museum, which is very interesting to look at. And then, of course, you can access the Verde River because the Verde River goes through it, so there's all sorts of recreation, river or just hiking and that kind of thing. Finally, there are the Clarkdale wineries and tasting rooms. So Verde Valley is very big on the wineries, and definitely something you might want to do. And you can do that in Clarkdale, Cornville, or Camp Verde and Cottonwood. The median home price from my latest source says $350,000. Probably higher than that because the prices are going so quickly, they're going up, that this is about a 3-month-old statistic, so it's probably in the mid to high 300,000s. And if you want to talk cost of living, Clarkdale has a cost of living index of 106, which that is compared to the national average of 100. So pretty good cost of living index, reasonable place to, pay bills. And if you compare that to Sedona, the cost of living index is 142, and that's just 30 minutes away. So a reasonable place to live based on population, cost, and climate. And one of the safest towns. If you are interested in learning more about Clarkdale, it is one of the areas that I work. My name's Dickenson. I sell real estate in northern Arizona. My primary focus is Sedona and the Verde Valley towns. If you have a question about real estate, certainly feel free to contact me. I always put my contact information in the videos below, and if you like the video, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up and all that. I post every single week about living in northern Arizona, so I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope to see you back here again next week.